All right, welcome back. We're still in the descending triangle that I outlined in previous videos. We got the CME gap fill. I'll take a look at some altcoins at the end of the video, so stick around. This is Crypto Rolly, the crypto watch that never stops. Live technical analysis, price predictions, and trading. Remember, do your own research. Trade at your own risk. These are my own ideas and opinions on the market. All right, so we're just going to jump into it today. We're pretty low in the volume, under 400 million. Seems actually really low. You see like pretty much no change in price, but that's because we pumped a little bit. I can't call it a pump, but the price rose yesterday and we're back to square one right now. You have some small gainers and small losses in the top on the majors. Okay, crypto fear and greed index was down at a 43 to a 46. People were pretty nervous and the price started to rise, but we just had another drop, but it might have just been the CME gap fill, so we'll talk about that. 78 days to the halving. All right, so no news today. I just want to jump right into the price. I've been gone all day. I was afraid this was going to happen. I even posted on my Twitter. I was like, look, I'm pretty sure once the CME opens, there's going to be a gap below, and I think we will fill it, and that is exactly what happened. But that move has already taken place, and so I'll have to see what I can do as far as getting into another trade. But yeah, let's look at it here. Let's see. So you can see there was a gap right here when we opened and pretty much just dropped down and filled it. So another gap filled. There you go, guys. All right, so let's take a look at Bitcoin's chart. And like I say, I'll finish up at the end with some more altcoins. I think you guys have been appreciating that. And I'm on my Bitstamp chart. Let me just adjust this descending triangle here. Actually, we can leave it. This looks fine. I'll start with the weekly and move my way down because we did get a new weekly close. Hit the like, comment, subscribe, tick the bell for notifications. Forgot to say that at the top. Anyone who joined my live stream last night, thank you. I'm sure most of you just caught it afterwards. I did have some lagging, some glitchiness, especially towards the second half of the video. So I'm going to have to do some more experimentation. I might have to do like some more private live streams, see if I can adjust the settings, because I don't want to waste anybody's time with glitchiness. And I'm not wasting your time with explaining things from yesterday. Let's just get right to it. This weekly candle closed as a pretty significant doji, just right in the middle there. You have wicks to both sides, and we did maintain this green horizontal, and we're using the descending triangle as resistance. The same stuff I've been talking about has actually come to fruition, before I even thought there was a descending triangle. So that's why we draw these things in advance, just to see. Let's take a look at our moving averages. Still above the 21 EMA. We did get the blue 10 simple crossing above. So, if 96, 95, 50, breaks down, the blue 10 simple will be support around 89.36, yellow 21 at 88.54. So if we do get a pullback, I want to see these areas hold right here. Our stochastic starting to hint, at a top, might get a cross down on the weekly. So, if this was it, if this was all that the rally had, you could get a cross down and then the Stokes start to trend down here. But if we can get a nice breakout to the upside, you can see that you almost had a curl on the Stokes here when the price was going sideways right here, but then the Stokes just continued to glide along the top. And so this was right when you thought maybe this was the top, but it did not. And well, let's see. Let me drag it over here, see if I can see the price there. You got 150% increase from this area here. So guys, this doesn't mean we have to come down. It's just something to be aware of potentially, okay? And getting a lower high on the RSI, but I can't say there's too much to look at on the weekly RSI. Let's just take a look at our other indicators real quick, because I'm moving pretty fast. I think I have time to look at them all. You did hit the resistance on the Bollinger Bands, and you have the middle BB support coming in at 85.18, a little bit lower than I'd like to see, but based on Bollinger Bands, you would still be in the bullish zone, okay? Our Ichimoku clouds, did anything change? Nope, not much has changed. You're still looking at a bearish Kumo cross. We'd like to see the blue cross back above the pink for a bullish Kumo cross. We did get rejected by the top of the Ichimoku cloud. The bottom of the cloud lining up with the pink baseline around 8,600. So this support is more similar to our Bollinger Band support, okay? Let's go down to the 1 day. The 1 day, it looked like we were going to have a cross potentially up yesterday. In yesterday's video, it looked like we were going to get a cross up on the stochastics, but we're getting rejected. Oh, you lost me. Got a little fuzzy. Let's see. Will that fix? There I am. I'm back. Okay, I'm glad I caught that. All right, so got rejected, and Stokes are still coming down on the daily, so we'll have to keep that in mind moving forward. And we looked to close. We did close this daily back above, and then getting shoved right back beneath the blue conversion line, coming in at 98.21. So we'll have to see how this daily candle plays out. Do we close back above? So we closed here. Do we get an open and close back above and just a wick down here? Or do we end up, this is just a little fake out, a little weekend fake out? We're getting used to these, right? Let's keep moving on our Bollinger Bands. It looked to close above the daily, but, barely, and, we're back underneath the middle BB. So we'll have to see. The middle BB is at 99.15. So we'll have to see how this daily plays out as well. Our moving averages, I mean, the weekend shenanigans, okay? So we were struggling to get over the 21 EMA. We had a nice little pump to the top side, closing above the 21 EMA and the 10 simple, and now we're coming down. The 21 EMA has support at 97.28, price is at 97.62. So do we hold above the 21 EMA, or do we end up closing beneath it? We'll watch for that on the next daily candle, okay? Moving on to the 12-hour. Let's take a look. 12 hours, similar situation. We did manage to break above, but now coming down. And your stochastics are looking to rise, but then looking to cross down. Not really sure exactly what they want to do. I think I'm getting blurry here. I need some more lights, possibly. Hopefully that will help out, okay? All right, so the RSI, it looked like it was going to break out from, and maybe we still get that breakout. Yesterday I was saying I was looking for something like this to break above this downtrend on the 12-hour RSI to give us a signal. And at the moment, we're still, so we broke out and now we're retesting it, similar like price does. And this could just be the gap fill, and we bounce from here, and then we try to break this descending trend line. Depending on, let's go over to my Coinbase. So let me remember 12-hour. The Coinbase and the Bitstamp chart look a little different. Okay, so using the Coinbase chart, let me hide these real quick. You can see this downward trend right here, okay? And we can even go to the 4-hour. This is the one I was sharing on Twitter. And you can see how we use the top of this wick here. We weren't able to close the body candle above it here. We got the close, but then rejected. So, and then we tried again, then rejected. So I was saying I wanted to open and close above this downward trend on the Coinbase chart. So that would involve, a 4-hour close above and then another candle to close above. But we did not. We got rejected. We came down, we filled the gap, and we bounced right off of our horizontal we've been talking about since, forever. Okay, this is to refresh everyone's mind in case I have some newcomers. This horizontal was support here, resistance broke above. We've been finding support above it currently as we speak. And this, was this going to be a falling channel that broke out like a bull flag potentially? Well, it still could be. We're still in a falling channel. And if we do bounce from here and we're able to close some candles above this downward trend line, we could have a bull flag situation, break out to the upside. Or if this is not a falling channel and this is just a descending triangle, these typically break to the downside. So what we'd like to see for a break to the downside to be confirmed would be similar. So we wanted a 4-hour open and close above here. Well, I would like to see a 4-hour close, at least a 4-hour close beneath 95.50. And then if you want to be extra safe and sure, another, a 4-hour open and close after that. But for me, a 4-hour close beneath this is probably a good enough signal. You might get faked out. The longer the time frame, the better the confirmation. Sometimes you'll miss out on a move if you wait too long for the confirmation. But you can see, look, this horizontal, descending. It's a descending triangle. I don't know how else to say it. I can put back this this downward trend line. We can look at it as still a potential falling wedge, but to me, if we came down and bounced off of here and filled this out, it would look more like a falling channel. But 9600 isn't going to let that happen. And I think if we break it, I'm not looking at this as support, okay? Maybe you find some support down here using this horizontal. This is a possibility. So where's this at? This is around 9200. So that's using the top of this wick and the bottom of this range. So maybe we do come down here to 9200. But I think if we start closing candles beneath here, I'm not looking for this to be a bull flag. That's just simply put for me. So we did bounce where we were supposed to bounce. So maybe the gap got filled and maybe we just continue after this. We'll have to see how the next candles close, but possibly we work our way back up here and try to break this. I'm going to want to see us not only close outside of this trend line, but also probably close above this little guy here, because you have a clear high, lower high again. So we want to break this lower high trend and maybe get a close above this one here for that breakout to be confirmed. Okay, so that's using our patterns, keeping it simple. And, one level at a time, okay? So if we break above here, we can look at, targets to the upside. But until we do that, there's no point in talking too much about the upside. I think I had a horizontal on my Bitstamp chart around 11,000, right around here. We can draw a fresh horizontal using the top of those candles here, the candle bodies. You can see there's a price range. We'll just make this white real quick. And this is coming in 10,788. So I'm thinking, okay, so if we do break bullish, obviously 10,500 will be an area of an interest. And then your next level will be 10,800 to 10,700. You're able to break that. Now you're looking at targets around 11,600. And that was based off the weekly body candles. Okay, this might be familiar to some people that have been watching the channel, but just to refresh, you can see where the body candles close. So that's where I got that one. This trend line is starting to come down faster and faster. Okay, so those would be your targets to the upside, your targets to the downside. We just said 9,200. I think 9,000 was also an area of interest for myself. That was using not horizontals, but probably some of the indicators. And I'll finish up the 12-hour and then 4-hour. Maybe we'll see 9,000 come into play. And then, we were talking about like 85, 8,600, somewhere around this region here possibly. Okay, but one level at a time. All right, so let me go back to the Bitstamp chart. Go to our Bitstamp 12-hour and finish up the indicators, and then we'll look at the altcoins again real quick. Okay, so where are we? 12-hour. Let's go to the Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands, we'll have to see if we close above or below the middle BB on the next 12 hour, coming in at 98.42. Okay, so if this was just a CME gap fill and we can close the next 12 hour back above the middle BB at 98.42, that could be a good sign for, a further breakout. Close beneath it, we might continue further down. Okay, 95.50 is the level to break. All right, Ichimoku cloud. Ichimoku cloud, you do have this 12-hour support on the cloud and the pink baseline. That's coming in around 93.86. Okay, same as the Bollinger Bands. Looking to see if we close above or below our blue conversion line. This is sitting at 98.60. Did we look at the moving averages? Yes, I think we did. So do we close above or below the yellow 21 EMA? Those are all pretty similar, just offer different perspectives basically. Looking at the 4 hour, so we're getting a little closer down, see what we're looking at. The 4 hour has crossed down from the top. So the momentum looks like it could be coming to the downside, but I'm sure a lot of people had buy orders in the gap area on CMEs because I wasn't the only one anticipating that. So some people were looking to short here to get the fill, and some people were looking to long from here. Okay, so it's right in the middle, so I don't feel safe taking a trade either way. I want to see a confirmation break to the upside or a confirmation break to the downside. Right in the middle here is pretty 50-50. I mean, I'll just have to wait. I missed my opportunity, but this is 24/7 hour market. You can't catch all the opportunities. I mean, a lot of the moves happen in my sleep as well. All right, so the 4 hour, we'll see. Do we close back above all the moving averages? Your 50 EMAs at 98.20. That would also line up with the other levels I showed you, or do we close beneath all of them? Right here, 97, 91's the yellow 21 EMA, 97, or no. So yeah, I think that's the lowest one. This 100 EMAs at 97.79. We're currently underneath all of them, so we'll have to see. This 4 hour candle actually closes in less than an hour, so we might see pretty soon, a move. It was interesting. We were on camera yesterday right here, and I said if we closed above 9,800, I think we'll go for it, and we did. We went up to 10,024. Okay, so you can see how these work. You can see moves happen just from a candle body close above or below sometimes. Not always, but enough that makes them relevant. Okay. Anything to say? No. Bollinger Bands. Well, above the middle BB, so we'll have to see if it closes above or below. The middle BB is at 97.44. And our Ichimoku cloud, we fell out of the cloud, but we were able to, get back in it. Then we're back beneath it. Not too much to say on the 4 hour Ichimoku clouds. Okay, so bottom line, I hate to say it, is pretty much the same deal as yesterday and the day before. We are basically in this descending triangle. So confirmation breakout here or below here. That's all I'm looking for on Bitcoin. And let's move on to the other altcoins. Hit the like, comment, subscribe. It's been 18 minutes. Okay, doing well. I won't spend too much time on these, but I think I like looking. Well, I'm looking for some trades potentially on altcoins as long as Bitcoin, ends up breaking out of here. If this is the top of the rally and we have more of the pullback to go, it won't be great time to trade altcoins. But just in case we end up breaking bullish, it's good to have the altcoins charted out. That way I'm prepared. I have my funds ready to jump in a trade, but I'm not going to just trade anything. I'll wait. Let's look at the Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance on the 4 hour, it's pretty much sideways. Nothing too special here. I'll look at the daily, see if I can see anything. I'm just looking. I've been gone all day, like I said, so I'm looking at the chart for the first time all day with you guys. It looks like, it might come back down, or we could just bounce off here. I don't see anything definitive right now. So let's just take a look at our altcoins, okay? Okay, altcoins, where are we? So we can start with Tezos. So Tezos is having trouble getting back above this horizontal resistance, okay? So you had a wick here. We were looking at a potential double top, but we were able to break this resistance. You found support above it, and then it dropped beneath it. With the move yesterday, and I was watching Tezos. You know, I'm trying to get into some altcoins if I can, but I was watching Tezos, and on that move with Bitcoin, I saw that we were still hitting resistance right here, this horizontal. And then again today, we got rejected. So you're now looking at lower highs on Tezos. High, lower high, and having trouble getting above here. I'm going to want to see us close a 4-hour candle back above this horizontal to give me confidence in a long position on Tezos. Looking at our stochastics, you might get this curling down and further downside. We'll have to see how that plays out. We can look at the moving averages on this. So right now, currently trading beneath the 50 EMA, and the next level of support would be $3.10. Hold on 1 second. Let me turn that off. All right, sorry. $3.10, 100 EMA on the 4-hour. And let's look at our daily real quick. The daily Stokes are kind of coming down, not too aggressive though. You do have bearish divergence. You know, you can see on the price that there was this top and a higher high, but on RSI on the daily, lower high. So bearish divergence on Tezos. The volume has fallen off a lot. Where, you know, this candle might try to close back beneath the 10 simple. If we're not able to get back above this horizontal, you might see us drop down to $3, the yellow 21 EMA on Tezos. Okay, XRP, moving along. XRP, we had this horizontal drawn out, and if I zoom into the 4-hour, we tried to get back above it, having trouble, and we're back beneath it again. You have the 200 EMA support coming in at, you know, it's almost 27 cents basically, but you also have these lower highs, so you're going to have to break this lower high trend as well, and you have your support here. We can also probably just draw, you know, a horizontal right here. You can see support. So if you get a 4-hour close beneath your 200 EMA and this pink 200 simple coming in at 26.6, so 26.5 cents. If you 4-hour close beneath that and this horizontal, you could see price action come down further. Okay, pretty much everything, you know, is sitting on a, you know, pretty important support. So this is a critical area for all of Bitcoin. It came up, got rejected by the blue 10 simple. You're going to want to see us, you know, close a candle above the blue 10 simple. You have resistance at 28 cents. Let's keep it moving. Stochastics. Stochastics are still low though, and if we can continue to find support here, your stochastic might end up finally crossing up and getting that move up. But if this ends up breaking down, your stochastic can ride low like this. Okay. Moving on, Litecoin was the most bullish of all because you had a clear, you know, falling channel here, and we broke bullish out of it. And currently, you know, as it stands, this looks like a breakout retest. Nothing too bad. You can see we had this downtrend and we broke it, and now we came down and we bounced off of it. So this is, you know, a breakout retest. So if Bitcoin ends up bouncing from the gap fill and we end up going up, this will just look like a breakout retest on Litecoin. However, if Bitcoin breaks down and all of crypto breaks down, your Litecoin, this will just look like a fake out basically. On the 4-hour, the Stokes are looking to come downwards. Okay, so we'll have to see if that holds support. Let's look at our moving averages real quick. So the yellow 21 EMA is holding the price up at $75.92. Let's go to the daily real quick. The daily, you are looking at still, even though we did break this downward, this falling channel that we were looking at, we're still looking at a lower high though, okay? So still a lower high. Keep that in mind. And your daily did cross up, but now possibly could cross down, looking a little weak. All right. You know, but look at the weekly. You know, the weekly, we're still above the 21 EMA. So on the bigger picture on all of these cryptos, we're still above the weekly 21 EMA. Let's look at XRP. So still above the weekly 21 EMA. You want to see that hold as support. That's at 25 cents, 25.8. Okay. So we'll have to see. Let's keep moving. Link, you know, the weekly might cross down here as well if we do get a pullback. Your weekly 21 EMA is way down here at $2.83. We're currently trading at $4.13. So, you know, that's about 30%. Wow, that would be pretty rough. So we don't want to see that. But, you know, you could hit this level and bounce and still be bullish. You know, let's look at the daily. Daily's kind of coasting down. We closed beneath the 10 simple on the daily and came back up, hit resistance. It's still acting as resistance at $4.30 would be your resistance. Now your support is at $3.89, the 21 EMA. Okay, so none of these guys that I'm looking at right now, I'm really eager to jump on board yet, until I can see maybe some bullishness out of Bitcoin, or if I can see one of these guys, you know, start breaking bullish. You know, it could be a leading indicator. Once one starts, you know, breaking out, you can see other coins start to follow. It usually starts with like the majors or Bitcoin, and then to a mid cap, low cap. Okay. Ethereum, can't forget about Ethereum. Ethereum was holding this descending triangle formation. We're riding along. We'll have to see, you know, with all of the coins. You have this horizontal here, resistance at 287, around that. But if we do break this rising trend line, your support level will be at 247. We're at 267. You know, all of these depend on each other. So if you're looking for a bullish breakout, you know, I would like to see a 4-hour, you know, close or a daily close above this horizontal here. You could have taken the trade here, but you know, and at the bottom, because this would be your support, this is your resistance. But I'm still hesitant. Okay, guys, still hesitant on all that. EOS. Oh, I do want to on Link. Link had a similar like ascending triangle when we first charted this out like 3 days ago. And it looked a lot like Ethereum, but if you zoom in, it broke out to the downside, tried to get back in it, and then rejected again. So that could end up happening. This could be a leading indicator for Ethereum possibly, okay? So we have to keep that in mind. And two more. I'll just do EOS and Bitcoin Cash, okay? So EOS is still above its major support line here. And you see resistance, flip support, using as support with that, you know, the crypto wide pump that we saw last night. We did get rejected by the 21 EMA. Okay, so you have a range between the 21 EMA at $4.38 and this 50 EMA on the daily at $4.06. So we're right in the middle of that range. So I'm looking to see, do we break 4 hour, do we have a 4 hour daily close, you know, beneath here and come down, or are we able to break this lower high? So, or yeah, high, lower high, lower high. So can we end up closing back above all of these candles and then close a candle above here? We might, okay? Your Stokes are pretty low, okay? But not a very strong cross up. And then finally, Bitcoin Cash. Skipping Dash today. Dash, you know, didn't look too exciting. And, you know, these videos will get very long if I do all of the altcoins. Your Stokes on Bitcoin Cash low could get a cross up soon. you're above your horizontal, you found support, but got rejected by the 21 EMA on Bitcoin Cash. Very similar, but looking at each one can give you maybe a hint. I was able to call that big drop on Bitcoin, before the weekend started because I saw Ethereum doing it. So maybe if we see, Tezos or Link, start to break up, they've been super bullish. Maybe that'll be a hint for Bitcoin, or if Bitcoin starts to break up, the rest will follow. So I think it is good that we look at the altcoins. Okay, guys? So this video has been 30 minutes. And I'm getting blurry again. The lighting's not as good at night when I do these. But I couldn't leave you guys hanging. And hit the like one more time if you can. I'll see you guys next time. All right.